Hey everybody, Sean Hatzel here with Get Lean in 12, and inside this short video, I'm going to talk about dieting for dummies. There is no doubt that when it comes to losing belly fat in today's day and age, there is 1,000 different ways to skin the fat loss cat and 1,000 different diets that you could use. However, it doesn't matter which one of those diets you follow if you're not following the 3 guidelines right here, which is timing, combinations, and portion control. If you simply follow these 3 guidelines in detail, you can simplify your fat loss, lose belly fat faster, and that's why I'm calling it dieting for dummies. So the first column is timing. The first thing I want to talk about is pre and post exercise and how to time your food before and after exercise. The first thing to understand is if you eat before a workout or exercise session, it is a healthy choice, and it can potentially give you a lot of energy during that workout. However, your body's digestive system will be so busy digesting that food, it takes away energy from the workout effort. Also, instead of burning belly fat, your body's going to be so busy burning off that food, now you've just stopped the fat loss process. So keep in mind, if you're diabetic, this might not apply to you, but if you're a healthy individual and you eat before a workout, you're going to raise insulin levels, and that's your body's fat storing hormone, and it stops your body from burning fat. So the solution is to wait 3 to 5 hours after a meal, or wake up in the morning in a fasted state and then engage in a higher intensity exercise session. This is when insulin and blood sugar is very low, which allows your body to access stubborn fat cells a lot faster. Now, post exercise, it depends on the goal. If the goal is to burn belly fat, I recommend that you wait a full hour, even up to 2 hours after exercise before you eat anything, because your body will continue to burn fat and calories for 60 to 120 minutes afterwards if the intensity was high enough during the workout. Now, if you eat directly after a workout, like most fitness professionals will tell you to do, again, it is a healthy choice, but you will raise insulin. Even if it's just a protein shake, you will raise insulin. And when you raise insulin, your body can't burn belly fat anymore. So you've just stopped the fat loss process from the workout that you just did. So again, it's a healthy choice, but you could potentially stop fat loss altogether. So wait 60 to 120 minutes after a workout and ride that fat burning wave and let your body burn the residual calories. Then go ahead and consume a protein shake or a balanced meal at that point in time. Now, a lot of people talk about timing, and they talk about morning versus night, how you should eat the majority of your calories earlier in the day, and then as the night goes on, you want to taper off. Now, this goes against our lifestyles. Everybody wants to sit down late at night and enjoy a huge dinner with their family. And in reality it doesn't matter if you eat all your carbs in the morning or you eat all your carbs at night. At the end of the day, all that really matters is, did you burn off more calories than you brought in, and did you make healthy choices? If that's the case, you could consume all your carbs an hour or 2 before bed if you wanted to, and you won't prevent your body from burning belly fat. In fact, there was one study that was performed where they had a group of people eat all their carbs in the morning and another group eat all their carbs at night. And they found that the group that ate their carbs at night actually lost more weight. So it totally goes against the grain of what we've been taught with traditional dieting over the years. So just remember this. Now, the best time, obviously, to consume most of your carbohydrates is going to be post-workout. But I think timing is probably the least important aspect compared to combinations and portion control. These 2 are going to be more important because it really doesn't matter when you eat your food. These tips will help, but reality is, are you in a calorie deficit? The next column is combinations. And you should never ever eat a starch or a sugar by itself. Every time you snack on a sugar or a starch all by itself, you spike insulin. Remember, when insulin's elevated, your body can't burn belly fat. The solution is very simple. It's to make sure that you combine a lean quality protein and a fibrous veggie every time that you have a starch or a sugar, like a piece of ripe fruit. This will balance out your insulin levels and keep your body in a fat burning environment. Also, be very, very careful and conscious of fat intake when you consume sugars and starches, because sugars and starches promote insulin spikes, which is your fat storing hormone. When fat is present in the bloodstream at the same time insulin is, that insulin wants to store that fat. So the solution is to keep fat intake under 15 grams when you eat starches, and then make sure, of course, that you're having a protein and a fibrous veggie with that starch or that sugar. Next up is fiber and friendly fat. Simply by adding a fibrous veggie to every meal you eat, you can keep your body in a more of a fat burning environment. And it's the same thing when you're just eating protein. So studies have shown that eating protein all by itself can also spike insulin levels and take your body out of a fat burning environment. In fact, one study showed that whey protein isolate spiked insulin more than eating white bread. So the solution again to this is simple, is to make sure that when you have your protein shake that you have some friendly fats with it, like some coconut oil. You could do some krill or some fish oil. You could even do a raw almond butter or raw nut butter of any kind. And that would go ahead and prevent insulin from being spiked from that protein intake. And the last one is portion control. And there's a general rule that I recommend that you follow, and that is a fist-sized portion of carbs, a palm-sized portion of protein, and a thumb-sized serving of friendly fats. So remember, carbs and protein only yield 4 calories per gram. Fats yield 9 calories per gram. So we don't need as many friendly fats. So even though things like olive oil, coconut oil, raw nuts, nut butters, all that stuff is really, really healthy for you, you have to monitor your portion sizes carefully or you'll take your body out of a calorie deficit. The other thing is fat loss versus muscle gains. A lot of times when it comes to portion control, people who want to gain muscle should consume 2 to 3 times the amount of carbohydrates post-workout than somebody who's just solely trying to lose belly fat. So if the goal is to gain muscle, this portion size for your fist, for your carbs, is going to go up because you need those extra carbohydrates to gain muscle tissue. But if your goal is to burn belly fat, you want to stick to the fist, the palm of protein, and the friendly fat. Now, it doesn't matter if you use all 3 of these things consistently together if you're not getting off your butt and exercising. Remember, diet might be about 75% of your results, but the other 25% is exercise. So if you leave that out, you're never going to burn belly fat fast enough. So I put together a free report. It's specifically designed for people who are over 40 years old in the current hormonal condition that they're going through. It's called the Over 40 Stubborn Fat Solution. It's a 12-minute protocol that will allow you to access belly fat up to 300% faster than normal. And then when this is performed properly, you can burn more fat and calories in 12 short minutes than you could in an entire hour of regular exercise. All you have to do is click or tap the link somewhere around this video. You'll go over to our blog and you can download this report for free. So thanks for watching this and keep going strong.